The 10th and final plague. Boys and girls, this is building up, isn't it? The Lord said to Moses, I am going to punish the king of Egypt and his people one more time. Then the king will gladly let you leave the land, so he even will chase you out. Now go and tell my people to ask their Egyptian neighbours for gold and silver and jewellery. About midnight, wherever he goes, the firstborn son in every family will die. Even the firstborn males of cattle will die. Everywhere in Egypt there will be loud crying. Nothing like this has ever happened before or will ever happen again. Tell the people of Israel that on the 10th day of this month the head of each family must choose a lamb for his family to eat. Some of the blood must be put on the doorposts and above the door. That night the lamb is to be roasted and eaten together with bitter herbs, thin bread, and when you eat the meal, be dressed ready to travel. Have your sandals on, your stick in your hand, and eat quickly. This is the Passover festival in honor of me, your Lord. That same night I will pass through Egypt and kill the firstborn son and the firstborn male of all animals. I am the Lord, and I will punish the gods of Egypt. The blood on the houses will show me where you live, and when I see the blood I will pass over you. Remember this day and celebrate it each year as a festival in my honor. That night the Passover meal was roast lamb, flat bread, and bitter herbs. The king sent to Moses and Aaron and said, Get your people out of my country and leave us alone. Go and worship the Lord as you have asked. Take your sheep and goats and cattle and get out, but ask your God to be kind to me. The Israelites walked from the land of Israel. There were about 600,000 men, not counting women and children. Many Egyptian people went with them as well, and they were also a lot of goats and sheep and cattle. When the king heard that the Israelites had finally left, he and his officials changed their minds and said, Look what we have done. We let them get away, and they will no longer be our slaves. The king got his war chariot and army ready to start after the Israelites. The king's horses and chariots and soldiers caught up with them while they were camping by the Red Sea. Moses led the Israelites safely through the Red Sea. God opened a path through the waters and they walked over on dry ground. The Egyptian chariots and cavalry went in after them. The Lord looked down at the Egyptian army from the fiery cloud and made them panic. Their chariot wheels got stuck and it was hard for them to move. So the Egyptians said to one another, Let's leave these people alone. The Lord is on their side and is fighting against us. The Lord told Moses, Stretch your arm towards the sea. The water will cover the Egyptians and their cavalry and chariots. Jesus and the 12 disciples ate the Passover festival just before his death on the cross, and that was about 1500 years later. Romans 5 says Adam sinned, and that sin brought death into the world. Now everyone has sinned, and so everyone must die. But God's gift made it possible for us to be acceptable to him, even though we have sinned many times. Everyone is going to be punished because of Adam's sin. But God, because of the good thing that Christ has done, accepts us and gives us the gift of life. And that is good news for you and me, boys and girls.